Hello, this is the reading for Virgo for the month of February. It's a love reading. The strange thing with this reading is that I've never seen so many people in a reading ever. So from cards you have court cards. I will consider the page and the knight's energies. Of course, could be children, but I feel that this here it talks about people. A husband, a wife, and another man. Let's start with the beginning. We have the Temperance card as the overall energy. And Temperance, I feel that Temperance here, why do I get that? I feel that Temperance here talks about abstinence. Let's see where this takes us. So, Temperance is a major arcana. It kind of makes the things in such a way that balances your life. And here with some court cards and being a love reading, I feel that your advice here it's if you want to achieve a balanced relationship, you need to create balance within yourself. And I also feel that this month it's about forgiveness and most of all forgiving yourself, as this is the portal, let's say, towards the relationship that you want. It's a puzzle of people here. Let's see who's who. In the center of the reading, it's the Queen of Wands, and I will consider that this is you. This represents you. And it's paired, you have there also the King of Wands and the King of Swords beside you. This can be very specific with some. I mean, I really feel that here the King of Wands it's the male. If you are a male Virgo listening to this reading, or you are the Queen of Wands if you are a female. But I feel that for many of you, it's about a marriage or a very long-term relationship, because usually the King of Wands is the married man. So I feel that it's a family situation and the third person. If you are single, it looks like some people will enter your life and some will leave your life. It's a mix of everything that creates in the end something new and fresh, but this month it will be more about mixing all these energies. It will not be very easy because it comes also with a conflict at the end. So some of you may discover that you are developing feelings for someone who is the plus to your minus, let's say. And it looks like this is a mature relationship where no one loses their head. There is no pink glasses. I don't know how you will identify all these persons in your life. You have swords around. I mean, on the row with the knight, the King of Swords, who is, I think this is a man. They usually can be, let's see what professions we get. Can be somebody who is writing, could be a lawyer, could be a person who is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Could be a journalist, or could be a private investigator. And we have as I said, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. These are the, let's say, married couple. If this situation, if it's not a married couple, if you are a male, you will find yourself very attracted to a fire sign woman. But if you are a woman, it looks like you will be attracted either to a married man who's not quite really available, and you need to balance that. The truth is that you'll experience all kinds of energy this month, from feeling romantic to feeling quite aggressive to feeling ready for adventure. Some of you may decide to take a trip overseas, because the Knight of Rods Together with the Six of Swords, it's all about movement, traveling overseas, over the water. Maybe you go on a sailing. Maybe it's actually involving something, a boat. However, many of you are advised to reassess situations and emotion, because we have the Temperance that we cannot ignore there. So try to discover what you really desire, what you really want from a person, and what can be a deal breaker with someone, rather than taking sharp decisions this month. Let's go one by one, and you'll. I hope that you will unpuzzle this puzzle. So we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands, it's the married man. Probably he also has children. If he's not married, in any case, he's a mature person, in a way he acts. Not that he's not necessarily an old person. He actually can be very quite young, because we have the two knights underneath, and this can be he's very active, both physically and intellectually. So if he's not married, he is a man who has protection. He is the man who protects, and he wants to make a relationship work. So if he's not married, he could be quite a good for you. But being so many people involved, I get the feeling that the situation is, for most of you, complicated. Some of you deal and you show up as a fire sign because you have to deal with moving residence or country, or traveling long distance, changing work, things like that. There is some stress related to all this mix of people and energies. Let's see. Sometimes, the energies of the King of Wands, as I said, can mean that you're either married and fall in love with someone else than your partner, yeah? Or you will fall in love with a person who is committed elsewhere. So in either case, I feel there is a complicated situation. Nevertheless, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are energies that are making you putting yourself first and foremost. So this month, I feel that you will deal first of all with yourself. You're kind of tired of pleasing others, and you will just nurture yourself. But while you do that, just make sure that you don't expose a bad temper. Also, don't try to control everything and everyone. Sometimes the King of Wands, if he's not in his negative side, he's the dictator. If he's married, he's the one that it's like a tyrant in the house. So there are different kind of imbalances here. Couple persons have to deal with third parties. Other person definitely are coming into the picture and breaking a balance that it was shaking anyway. Some of you spent more money than it's advisable in order to prove something to the person they are interested in, like show off, but it's like you are balancing your emotional lack of, or your lack of emotion, but not that you are lacking the emotions, or maybe the other person. It's the overall lack of emotion in this situation. You are kind of compensating with spending money for the other person. If some of you feel unloved and not appreciated by your partner, just watch your finance. It looks like there is a downgrading around the corner, not necessarily in your work, but it looks like from a king you are becoming a knight, and it all has to do with the financial status. Maybe there is this King of Swords coming into the picture, and he's becoming a knight also. So overall, the situation is not building anywhere, because you start as a king, you become a knight, you try to impress the queen, you go, both of these men are trying to impress the queen, and they take their romantic offers. One is offering more of the financials, or maybe actual gifts, material gifts, and the other one is offering some sort of mental somebody new who's intriguing for this queen. So but nevertheless, the end of month is the Five of Swords, and this is conflict. This is three people, none of them is kind of winning. Two are left behind, and one is leaving the situation. So maybe you want to be the smart one and leave the situation. It's enjoy the small victory, or ending this situation. If you feel that you are involved in something unhealthy, be that you are coupled or single, but if you feel that you are somewhere where is an unhealthy competition, just walk out of it. It's not taking anywhere. No matter how hard you try. With the Page of Cups, they're showing as a surprise, not a it's like you have your romantic feelings, and you are trying to go there where the water is calmer. But in the end, with all these persons, they are all mixed up. These people are not able to be in a balanced relationship because they are not balanced themselves. So it's about three unbalanced people, and will lead to conflict. The energy of the Page of Cups talks about romantic surprise from far away. So with all this mix of people, maybe there is actually a Cancer person coming into your life, or a Scorpio, or Pisces. Or this happens during the Pisces time, which is, I think, end of February, and most of the. This person could be the fourth person, and they actually can be quite positive. But oh well, nobody cares about them right now this month. It's it could be somebody that just pops into the picture, and it's not something, a stable energy. So if it's a romantic surprise from far away, or some of you decide to travel, to take a trip, they will have a romantic encounter. Or if you're not traveling, you just find out that you have an admirer, or somebody that will kind of uplift your mood in a way. Others find themselves dreaming about someone. I cannot ignore the Swords and the Cups. I feel these are romantic messages. Maybe you decide to look online for some kind of partner. And I feel that this is happening in the first week of February. So stay prepared and alert, as I feel there are important news coming your way. Some of you may find a passionate, fiery partner while traveling. If you decide to travel in the first days of February, for some of you, maybe like just going to meet somebody. Because I see exchanging romantic messages and then going to meet somebody, but you will travel a distance. And for some of you, this will be just, and hence the married persons here, it will be just like some kind of retreat or hideaway from a difficult situation, just taking your time to reassess your position, and meanwhile, why not, you can have some fun. Because sometimes that it's so for some of you can be somebody from a distance, either an air sign, either a water sign. But with so many people can be any kind of sign. Funny enough, we don't have the pentacles at all in this reading, which is you. So that's why I feel that you are on the move. You are on the action side this month. The funny thing is, no matter how stressful this period might be for you Virgos, there is huge romantic potential, but it's the kind of superficial one. It's like you are testing water with some people, especially if you're single. but trouble, it's very likely. For the couple people with the, if you see the diagonal with the king, the queen, and the 5 of swords, which is, let's say that is the married couple, there will be a lot of heated arguments. Many things will be said. And I feel that one side of the couple will be very cold and act like wearing a mask of stone. You cannot read their feelings. And the other one will be very fiery, very passionate, very demonstrative. Also, maybe you are dealing with a situation where justice is involved, and this King of Swords is actually a lawyer or but however, it comes as a conflict. It's not an easy energy this month. So one of the, it's either you or your partner that it has a warrior attitude. It's like a partner is becoming a competitor, a tyrant. And now this King of Swords can be a man who is a scientist or a physician or a lawyer, or maybe he owns a boat. What I feel that for some of the situations, there is an ending. With the 5 of Swords, this is a difficult breakup. If this man is a lawyer, he's very strong and opinionated. It looks like it's somebody who knows, maybe if they're not, it's somebody who, it's like they know how to manipulate facts and people. However, be aware and try to stay balanced. Temperance is there to advise you. You've been warned. So try to stay away from conflicts. There is betrayal, there is defeat, and there is unhealthy competition. If you find yourself in one of these situations, just walk away. I'm not sure, with all this mix of people, there is some sort of emotional blackmail, who's manipulating whom, somebody be kind of a bully. Some of you, I feel that you are being taken advantage of. Yeah. Anyway, I think this is these energies are very mixed up. So I will just pull one more card to see like there is a final outcome. Let's not leave. Let's see what happens. What is clarifying this 5 of Swords, which I don't like here. Oh, the King of Cups, another person. So it's the 8th person. There will be conflict. There will be conflict, and there are 3 people involved. However, if you have, I feel that this person, this cup person, this water sign, it's actually some kind of new energy coming into the picture. So depending on which Virgo you are, when you find yourself in the conflict, walk away, because there is this person that you either don't... Usually cups are people that you know. So in any case, if you decide to walk away from the conflict zone, leave the other 2 go on with their thing. And if you walk away, you may very well find somebody that it's much more suitable for you. Very interesting reading. I'm not sure this helped too much, but it's like sometimes you can't see more, and you get 7 court cards, and then you ask for clarification, and you get the 8th. So I will appreciate your comments on that and how you see all this situation, how it resonates with all of you. Again, it's been a long reading. Sorry for that. Be well until next time.